This ABC 15 News Update is sponsored by Sanderson Ford, America's best-selling Ford dealership.
Hello, I'm Megan Thompson with your top stories here from ABC 15 Arizona. Happening today, Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs, along with state lawmakers and local law enforcement, will hold a press conference to announce plans before the end of Title 42 on Thursday. Title 42 is the pandemic public health order that has allowed the Trump and Biden administrations to quickly remove migrants seeking asylum. Governor Hobbs has visited the border several times in her first 100 days in office and held a series of listening sessions to hear concerns from border community leaders. A group tasked with looking into ways to reduce violence and abuse against Indigenous people in Arizona meets for the first time today. Governor Katie Hobbs created the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Peoples Task Force a few months ago, hoping to reduce the crimes within that community. May is Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women Awareness Month, and a few groups came together at Papago Park Sunday morning for a healing and prayer walk to shed light on the issues Indigenous people face.
Some of these stories of people who are going missing and murdered the stories are very far and few, and some don't get any coverage, or the law enforcement doesn't pay attention to their needs or their cry for help.
According to the Bureau of Indian Affairs, it estimates there are approximately 4,200 missing and murdered cases that have gone unsolved nationwide. The city of Buckeye has given final approval for Nikola to build its hydrogen manufacturing plant in the southern part of the city. That's according to our news partners at KTAR. The factory will produce hydrogen fuel cell trucks that will be able to go 500 miles between charges and will only take 20 minutes to recharge. Buckeye City Council unanimously approving the plan and rezoning at last Tuesday's meeting. Check your mailbox. Arizona consumers who paid for Turbotax filing services last year that should have been free will start getting their refund checks this week. It's all part of a $141 million settlement after the e-filing site was sued for deceptive practices by all 50 states. Attorney General Chris Mays says the company took advantage of taxpayers and nudged them into giving up some of their hard-earned dollars. Facebook is paying hundreds of millions of dollars, too, to settle privacy violations. Consumer reporter John Matarese looks at whether it's worth filing a claim.
If you're a Facebook member, even if you haven't posted anything to your page in a year or so, you may qualify for some cash, all because of a class action settlement over how they used your personal information.
Face it, Facebook may have shared your info, according to multiple lawsuits. Courtney Johnson says she's not surprised.
It's not right, but also I think anyone who uses social media has to kind of accept that, nothing is private.
Jeannie Cook says,
I think it was wrong of them to do that.
Earlier this year, Facebook's parent company, Meta, agreed to pay $725 million in a class action privacy lawsuit. Facebook denies any wrongdoing, but the agreement means that eligible Facebook users can file a claim for a chunk of that money. Considering 87 million users were affected, the payout per person may not be much, as little as $6, according to some estimates. But filing a claim may still be worth it.
Because it's found money. I mean, the last time somebody offered me money, I took it.
Danny Karen is the attorney behind the website Your Lovable Lawyer. He says in any class action lawsuit, not filing your claim means someone else gets your share. The money may go to charity, or
it might go back to the defendant, back to the bad guy who took the money from you in the first place because it went unclaimed.
A word of caution, though, before entering personal information, make sure you submit a claim through the official claim form and check for important case information.
The court number, the phone number of the lawyers, the names of the lawyers.
To claim money under the Facebook settlement, you had to use Facebook between May 24th, 2007 and December 22nd, 2022. The deadline is August 25th. Crystal Reynolds is going to apply just on principle.
I think that's bad. That's terrible.
And that way you don't waste your money. I'm John Matarese.
Time now for your most accurate forecast. I'm meteorologist Iris Hermosi. A little something for everybody in this week's 7-day forecast. Today, we start warming further than where we ended up yesterday. So we actually kicked off that warm up last Friday. The temperatures have been trending up over the weekend. Today, we're up to 93, low 90s in western Arizona, 60s, 70s with a few 80s in the mix across that northern pocket of our state. Then we get a little warmer tomorrow and we go up to 94. Breezes start to pick up though, and we've got a storm system coming our way, and that one will move in on Wednesday. And look what's happening with those temperatures temperatures. We're going to drop by more than 10 degrees with Wednesday's high only reaching 82 degrees. More winds too, and a chance for showers in northern Arizona. The winds are picking up tomorrow and Wednesday, then easing up Thursday and Friday as high pressure builds back in, and that will be warming things back up. So after dropping into the low 80s Wednesday, we get warmer Thursday. We're back in the 90s Friday, and we could hit 100 by Saturday. But by Sunday for Mother's Day, a chance for showers and storms across the state.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, you can always head to ABC15.com or download that free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC 15 News Update is sponsored by Sanderson Ford, America's best-selling Ford dealership.